On our way up to Glacier View and going to swing by a property and talk through some of the specifics. And then after that, going to swing down to Fort Collins, visit another property, both being similar price points. Within this video, we're going to talk through different rental strategies, what the numbers would look like for each, and give a lot of really good detail to compare the different markets. Here we are at 96 Humboldt Drive in Livermore, Colorado, within Glacier View. As we start to walk the property, you can see that just visually it sets up really well for short-term rental. There's a ton of recreation and a lot of draw to the home for just kind of a weekend or a weekly stay. The property is listed at $530,000, 3-bed, 2-bath, so you could get pretty comfortably a couple families with kids in there, and the 2-bath obviously to accommodate both families. And with 2,000 square feet, there's plenty of room. Items to think about here would be potential seasonality of short-term stays, occupancy rates, nightly rates.
What do you see up here as far as seasonality and kind of the desire to be up here for activities?
Yeah, the summer is obviously the peak season. You know, people come up to go fishing and vacation, school's out. In the fall and the spring, it's also beautiful up here. There are definitely people that come up to vacation. It's not as heavily trafficked as it is during the summer. And then in the winter, there's, cross-country skiing, and there are some, winter activities. There's snowmobiling up in Red Feather Lakes in the National Forest on some of the roads up there. So the traffic during the winter is probably going to be a little less than it is during the summer. In the summer, you're going to get full occupancy, and it's going to be busy.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And we're headed back down to Fort Collins. We're going to visit a property that is pretty central. Will be a good comparison to our Livermore property, and we'll speak to some of the details. Here we are at 155 Circle Drive in Fort Collins. First impressions would be a nice, simple property, which generally sets up for a great rental. Being in a very central area of Fort Collins, it's going to attract the professional, it's going to attract students to the university, and really a good mix of demand in there. Property was listed a little over $530,000. It was actually sold at $568,000, so that really speaks to the demand in the area. It's 3-bed, 2-bath, a little under 1,200 square feet rather. And the considerations when looking at a property like this would be demand, the seasonality of rental demand based on the location of the university and kind of the downtown area, and then any local regulations that may inhibit options when it comes to renting the property.
So what creates demand in the area? You mentioned the college. How about recreation?
Fort Collins is a great place to live. There's lots of recreation here. You're very close to the foothills. There's tons of hiking, mountain biking. There's Horsetooth Reservoir. In Old Town, there are 5 breweries. There's a significant amount of new restaurants that are coming to town. There's all kinds of entertainment at the Lincoln Center. There's a comedy club downtown. So there's a lot to do that's real close by here. You can walk downtown from here.
So we've looked at 2 properties in and around Fort Collins, both around similar price points, but both set up very differently. One appears to be a very good fit for a short-term rental approach, and the second for a more traditional long-term rental approach. In our comparisons, let's assume 25% down for both. The property in Glacier View, going down the short-term rental path, is estimated via AirDNA to rent for about $73,000 a year in gross rents. That translates to about $6,000 a month. Of that, you'll need to account for mortgage, taxes, insurance, HOA, and then homeowners insurance, utilities, property management, Airbnb fees, and property maintenance. The property in Fort Collins is estimated to rent for about $30,000 a year or $2,500 a month gross income. Like the short-term rental, you need to account for mortgage, taxes, insurance, potentially property management, and maintenance fees. And based on our projections, it looks like the Glacier View property would cash flow about $1,350 a month. That translates into 11% cash-on-cash return. And the home in Fort Collins would actually be negative $1,500 a month, which would put you at a negative 12% cash-on-cash return.
It's pretty clear to see the Glacier View property and employing the short-term rental strategy works out much better on paper. The numbers are positive. You can produce a positive cash-on-cash return, whereas the traditional rental may be hard to do so. If you'd like to discuss, please feel free to reach out. Our information is in the description, as well as a few different ways to get a hold of us. Thank you.